What's up, y'all? It's your girl Keisha, and real quick, I am just coming on here to say thank you to Anchor for sponsoring this episode. They'll be sponsoring the next few episodes actually. So if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain it to you. For one, it's free. Two, they have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer or any device that you are using to set up your podcast. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you. So it can be heard on Spotify, it can be heard on Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, and it's everything you need to make your podcast in one place. Thank you, Anchor. What's up, y'all? It is your girl, Queen Key, on the beat. It is December, you all. It is exactly December the 10th, honestly. I cannot believe that we have actually made it through this entire year. We're still here, we are still pushing, we are still fighting, and we are growing. We are expanding. I want to say a huge shout out to Spotify. Thank you so much for sending me my 2020 wrap up of the end of the year. If you are fellow podcasters out there, or if you know of anyone that is, let's collab, let's join together, and let's get this ball on the rolling, because I'm ready to see what 2021 has to bring. Okay, y'all, so I know it's been about a week and a half after Thanksgiving, so I really hope y'all was able to enjoy Thanksgiving with y'all family, with your friends, however you spent it. I hope you spent it with loved ones and that you all were safe. As far as from that, you all, I really wanted to hop on here and talk about it being 2020, going into 2021, I want to leave a message on your mind. I want to pick at your brain. I want to give you something to run for, something to inspire you, something to push you. Take a risk. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about taking a risk. Take the risk. In the world today, we live our life thinking, what if? What if? What if? Or man, I should have. Or man, I could have. And we say all of those things and regret to actually doing something that we knew would have made us happy. Think back to a situation in your life. Think back to any situation, whether it's big or small, whether it was about taking an opportunity to move, an opportunity to go to school, opportunity for a new career, opportunity for a new life. Think about any little situation of small opportunity that you didn't do because you were scared. And because you didn't want to take that risk, because what if, and then the outcome. So what if I take this opportunity, and then after I take the opportunity, everything fails? But not knowing that maybe you taking that opportunity would have been the whole answer to what you've been feeling and what you've been going through and what you've been facing. You never know, maybe that could have been your gift, that could have been your ticket, that could have been your way out. Take the risk. What's stopping you? Every day we say, man, what if I would have took that job opportunity? Or what if I should have applied to that school or should have went to that school? What if I didn't chase my dreams? What if? And then we'll live our life being bitter and sad and stuck because we wondering why we didn't do what made us happy. And then we'll try to instill in our children and in our grandchildren, do what make you happy and take the risk, and then you'll tell them the story about all those times in your life where you didn't take the risk. I can tell y'all about the time after I graduated high school. I took my very first risk. So, like I was telling y'all, I graduated high school back in May of 2014, and I went to a private school, a church private school, and it was very strict, very religious, just very sheltering, but a good school. I'm not gonna bash the school. It was a good school, but after graduating, I didn't know who I was. I was like, okay, I'm free. Not in high school no more, so I can do whatever I want. The world is mine. First place I decided to go to, my cousins had came up here from Michigan, came to Chicago from Benton Harbor, Michigan. And I was like, man, I want to go to Michigan. I want to go to Benton Harbor. So my cousin was up here and I had asked her, and I was like, I had to be sneaky first. I had to ask her, see what she said. Then I was like, well, if Granny said yes, So I go to my cousin and I'm like, I got an idea. I was like, how about I come stay with you for the summer in Michigan? Give me a summer job, get my own money. Then I'll come back to Chicago and get me a job, and go to college and different stuff like that. Mind y'all, I said just for the summer, right? Just for the summer. So I go talk to my granny. I'm like, Granny, can I talk to you? And she knew I wanted something. And she like, girl, yeah, what's up? So we talking or whatever, and I'm telling her, I'm ready to face the world type stuff, knowing I don't have a clue in the world what I'm doing, but I was going to figure it out. Y'all. And plus, I learned from a good woman. My granny is very independent, so I learned from her. So I'm like, I want to go to Michigan with Tish. And can I stay with her for the summer? I said, and I'll get my own job, and I just want to work just so I can have my own money just for the summer, and I'll come right back. She like, well, you sure that's what you want to do? You sure? I'm like, yeah, I want to. I want to do that. So she told me, yeah, and I hugged her, and she hugged me real tight, and I'm like, yes, I get to go. I was so excited, y'all. So excited. So I called my cousin. I'm like, she said yeah. So we planned the date when she was going to come up here and get me. And I was saying bye to all my friends and my granny and everybody. And, a few close friends from church. And so I leave. I'm gone. Summer come rolling around. Call my granny, talking to my granny every day. Yeah, Granny, I got the job. I'm working with Tish, all this. And I'm like, Granny, so then by the end of the summer come, I'm like, I didn't want to leave. So I tell her, Granny, can I stay? She like, yeah, go ahead. Seem like you liking it. Okay, I'll stay. Then I stay. And then so I'm like, well, since I'm here, I might as well go to school. I signed up for college. That's another risk I took. I always told myself after I graduated high school, whether I go to I start off at a university or a community college, I wanted to go to college. So I pushed myself. I applied. I did all my information, called my granny, got whatever I needed for her. That was my second time taking a risk. My first risk was leaving and going to Michigan and not knowing the outcome, not knowing where I would be, not knowing what I would do, not knowing anything. I tell y'all that story and because that's where my life changed. I moved to Ben Harbor back in June of 2014. And I took that risk to move to a whole nother state that I wasn't used to, had to get settled in, around people, had to learn new friends, meet new people, new environment. But in the end outcome, I've hit some bumps and I had some losses and I had some wins. And in the midst of all of that, I still made it on top. And though I'm not where I really want to be at in life, I feel like the more I keep taking a risk, what do I have to lose? At least I'll know that I tried. I don't want to ever think back in my life when I'm talking to my daughter or my son. Sorry, y'all. My early morning coffee drinkers, y'all know we got to have our coffee, okay? But no, I don't want to have a conversation with my son or my daughter in the near future and have to tell them, I didn't take no risk. I didn't chase my dreams, or I didn't at least make the effort to try. I am a person that tries everything. I try everything because I like doing stuff. I like trying new things. I hate being bored. So I like trying new stuff and I like putting my mind to use. So take that risk, that job, that anything, not even just career-wise. If you want to sing, if you want to rap, if you want to dance, if you want to, whatever it is, travel, take the risk and do it. Only person that is stopping you is you. And I tell y'all this because I'm talking to myself. I'm not just saying this to y'all. Because there's a few projects that I've been sitting on because I didn't take my risk. And I'm slowly working on everything. I'm slowly getting everything together. But I'm doing it because I want it to be perfect. Not perfect, but I want it to be how I wanted it to be. And when I'm ready to take that risk and when it's the right time, it'll be. But stop letting fear hold y'all back. Stop letting it hold y'all back. You just got to stop. You got to stop letting fear hold y'all back. The more we allow fear to hold us back, the more we allow ourselves to sit in a spot where we are always second guessing ourselves and always like, man, you want to do it, but then don't do it because you're not for sure. And that's the whole point of living life, of living the next day. Everything is always unexpected. Sometimes your daily routine gets messed up. Sometimes your everyday of what you're used to doing is not always going to go how you expected. Let the unexpected happen. Let the opportunities flow. And let it come from the inside of you, because it's what you want and what makes you happy. You take that job, and whether it's out of state or whether it's on a overseas in a whole nother country, think about what the best outcome for you is going to be, not for everybody else. Oh, well, don't go because you don't know what's going to be over there, and you don't know what they got, and you know how people talk. You know how negative people come around when they see you doing something that makes you happy, you taking that risk. See how people act. See how people get to talking down on you. People get to saying you acting funny for doing what's best for you. I can count when I moved away, friend-wise, how many people really kept in contact. Or when I was going through or really struggling. And I don't say that because I expect people to be like, oh, empathy or anything or sympathy like that. No, not at all. When I moved away, it was a whole new world for me. So yes, taking the risk was very risky. And yes, I was scared. And I can say all those nights, random nights where I would cry myself to sleep being scared, not knowing. But it pushed me to grow up. Taking a risk pushes you, it matures you, it brings you growth. Because, okay, that's a new challenge you just took on for your life. Now that you mastered that challenge, what's going to be the next challenge that you jump onto that you can master? And then it just keeps growing and it keeps growing, and your blessings and everything starts to overflow. But if you want that power to have overflow, the only way to get overflow is taking that risk. Listen to my voice when I tell you, take the risk. Because at the end of the day, that risk is going to be what's best for your life and not for nobody else's. I really hope that this helped somebody. This was really on my mind. At first, I had a different topic that I wanted to talk about. But I'm like, no, because somebody needs to hear this. And I need to tell myself this. And your girl, Queen Key, is going to have a lot of projects coming really, really soon. I don't want to speak on them right now, because when you speak too soon on your blessings, sometimes they tend to fall before they even get to surface. So I'm going to work on those and get that together. And you all just be on the lookout for more little motivational speaking episodes until season 3 becomes available to start. So if you all want to collab, send me voice messages, send me an email. Email will be posted in the description as well. If you need to contact me via social media, it's all included on all my platforms. Your girl, Queen Key, is out on the beats, and I'll see y'all in the next episode.